about it, and then we'll get all into the flavors and tell you what a Povitica is in case you've never tried one. So this is item M74380. It's the Strawberry Hill Povitica, 3 1-pound swirled breads. So little hint there, that's what a Povitica is. It is a swirled bread. This is a QVC price of $35.60 for all three flavors. It is on 5 Easy Pay, so that means you get it home for just $7.12. And this is the first time this item has been on Easy Pay, so pretty exciting. And we cannot ship to Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, or Guam. It is a ground shipping, but everything about this is just easy to get home and enjoy. So let me tell you what a Povitica is and give you a little bit of the history. So Strawberry Hill has been baking Povitica in the Strawberry Hill section of Kansas City since 1903. This is a famous recipe that they brought over from their grandmother in Croatia and decided this was grandma's gift to bring here and be able to, oh, here we go. We're going to show you how a Povitica is made. So this is crushing the fresh ground walnuts and making small batches and making them into these wonderful dough that is then put out so thinly, because it really is all about this super thin dough, because we are going to load it up with filling. After we take and load it with filling, this is where the magic happens. We roll it and we swirl it and we place it into a bread baking pan and we bake these fresh. So every one of the Poviticas that is going to be shipped to you from your order is shipped fresh. That is why I am here talking about the Povitica, because the 3rd-generation and 4th-generation bakers in the family are back baking these fresh to your order. So let me show you what the flavors are, because at the end of the day, that's really what it's all about. When I showed you in that little video how the swirl happened and how this was baked, this is what comes together when you have an actual baked Povitica. Look at how beautiful. This is the English walnut. This is the flavor that started it all. This is the one that Grandma gave the family as her secret recipe to make sure that Povitica could be brought here to the United States. I'll tell you in just a moment what's inside that flavor. This is then our blueberry and cream cheese. Can you imagine a mix of those sweet and tart blueberries in with the creamy cream cheese? It's really a popular flavor. And last but not least in the assortment is our lemon cream cheese. So this one, I'll break down the flavor for you. It's a burst of the zesty lemon, because we use a combination of a lemon puree and a lemon zest. Grandma used to say this flavor was like it was made with sunshine, and I couldn't agree more. So everything here is that zesty tart mixed with the sweet of the cream cheese, and it's just that beautiful blend of a higher ratio of filling to pastry. So you can see the little strands of the pastry are in there. You can probably see it best here in the English walnut, just because of the color comparison, but they're all made exactly the same way. And what I love here is that they are as beautiful to look at as they are delicious to eat. And I'm one of those people who loves, even if it's just for me, I want to have really beautiful food, but I also love when those items that I have at home that are easy for my family to enjoy can also turn really quickly into entertaining items, right, if friends drop by. So here in the blueberry and cream cheese, as I mentioned, we use wild Maine blueberries. They're small, but they burst. So if you can see all of that beautiful ribboning, that is the burst wild Maine blueberries just blending in with that cream cheese, giving you that perfect flavor combination. So absolutely love this one. And then we'll go to last but not least, Grandma's English walnut. This is those crushed English walnuts. Those walnuts are then blended with sweet creamery butter, then a little bit of honey, and then some fresh mix of just some real sugar. So look at how beautiful. See all those layers as we're breaking apart. You can see all of the love and the care and the attention that goes into making each one of these. They are made by hand. They are made with love. And I'll let you in on a little story that was shared with me, which I think is so special. When Poviticas were first being made in Eastern Europe, they were made only for special occasions, only for someone you really cared about and respected, because there is so much work that goes into making these. You're going to give this to someone who you want to say, thank you. I love you. I appreciate you, whether you're making it for them at home or you're gifting. And what I want to let everyone know is you're not only getting the 3 flavors, you're getting these in 3 boxes. So what a beautiful way to receive these. I'm going to show you. I've actually taken one, just put a little ribbon on it, right? Sometimes I want to tell my neighbor who's helped me out with a chore around my house, maybe watering my plants, Thank you. I want to send them just a little. I appreciate you. So I always have Povitica in my house. I keep them, and then these little boxes, just throw a little ribbon on it. Whether you're visiting someone's house or you just want to drop a little thank you, I appreciate you at their doorstep. There is nothing like a Povitica, not only because they taste so delicious, but because that's the origins, right? It's all about this loving care and attention and kindness. So, what better way to say that than with a Povitica? Or you can call it a swirled bread, or we love to abbreviate it. Just call it a povie. Become friends with it and call it a povie. So in my house, we love the English walnut as the flavor that is sweet but not overly sweet. It gets a little bit of that richness from the walnuts mixed with the creamery butter, the honey, and then that little bit of sugar. So for me, if I want something that's a little less sweet, I go here. This one is my personal favorite. My husband, he loves the blueberry. For me, this is a delicious combination of that Maine blueberries, those wild Maine blueberries, and the cream cheese. For me, this one is my dessert. I love this that way. For my husband, this is his morning pastry. I think it's even his evening pastry. He loves this one. And then I'll share with you my daughter. Whenever she is home, she's a college student. She loves when she comes home and mom has good things in the house. This is her favorite. She goes for the lemon cream cheese each and every time. She loves that combination tart and sweet. And what I love is that we can have something for everyone. They freeze beautifully. You can take the entire loaf and put it away in your freezer. And here, I'm going to show you because they are 1 pound loaves. Look at how generously sized and weighty. But what you can also do is do what I've done here, cut them in half. Then you're able to keep half of one flavor, right? Half of another flavor, half of a third flavor, and then go ahead and freeze the others. They freeze for up to 3 months. Don't hesitate to put them in the freezer. They thaw beautifully. Yeah, so they're really this wonderful way to keep them in your freezer, keep them on the counter. But again, I love that you're bringing home the tradition of a povatizza. I love that you're able to bring that Eastern European heritage into your house. When friends come over, don't you love that you can tell them a story about what you're serving? They can see how beautiful it is. As soon as they take a taste, they're going to know how good it is. But don't you love when someone says, well, what is that? I've never seen that before. Well, now that I've shared the story with you can share it with them. This was brought over from those Croatian and Slovenian grandmothers who took painstaking care to make this. Now they've brought it to you through their family who came into Kansas City. A povatizza means love. It means respect. It means deliciousness in my book. And I will tell you, it is one of the all-time favorites in my house, not only for us to enjoy for breakfast. I toast it up, make French toast. Okay, I'm going to tell you, you can get 8 slices out of each and every one of these loaves. Make it into French toast. As simple as a little egg and milk bath. That's it. You don't have to put any extra cinnamon. You don't have to put any extra syrup. That's it. So not only do you have something delicious and beautiful and impressive, you have something easy and giftable, right? So for me, Kimberly Grayson, I love when food is multi-purpose. I love when food is easy, but special. And so for me, that's why I love a povatizza. And I love that there are flavors that everybody in my family enjoys. And believe me, there are flavors that people go for and say, well, I like this one, but I also like this one. I love the walnut. I love the lemon. I love the blueberry. And we're seeing there, look at the 3 flavors that you get. But I'm also going to show you down here on my cutting board. I showed you all 3 flavors, but right here in the English walnut, I gave you an example of this is how many slices you get out of just 1 pound loaf, and you get 3. So that is 8 slices just out of the English walnut. You would then get another 8 slices out of the blueberry and another 8 slices out of the lemon. So you can imagine how full of a presentation you can make. And I'll share one last way that I love to enjoy these. Go ahead and take and cube them up, right? So these slices are beautiful, but if I want to do a simple little pick me up, right? I can put this out on a platter and enjoy these with a toothpick for friends as a little appetizer. But even just this week, as I've been watching some sporting events, this is the perfect item to put out for my family. Everybody was able to just take a little bite and hold themselves over between dinner or get their little after dinner treat. And I felt so proud serving these. I felt so good about the ingredients. It's all fresh. It's all the very best of the best. I love that it's very little pastry in a povatizza. It is all about the filling, which is the star of the show. So once again, I'm just going to remind you, this is item M74380. This is on 3 easy payments, which means you get home all 3 loaves, all Povitica. Excuse me, it's on 5 easy payments. So okay, so for $7.12, you get this home, but really take advantage of this now, because those 5 easy payments on this item and every item in the show is going to go away at the end of the day. So this is the perfect time to pick up your favorites, or maybe something you've never tried before that just gets your mouth watering as soon as you see it. And for me, that's Povitica. So I hope that this is something that is catching your eye as well. And still to come, we have this amazing item from Everton